Hello.
What's going on?
Yo, how's it going?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm chilling. I woke up a little late, but here we are. Okay, maybe you could start with a quick intro. Just your tag, where you're from, how long you've been playing, and your goals for Melee.
I'm Lax. I'm from Australia. I've been playing since 2020, and I'm about top 10 Australia now. My goals are to get really, really good and come play on the biggest stage in America one day. While also, I am working a full-time job.
Well, also what?
I'm working full-time.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
so this is like the ultimate challenge type of
Yeah.
thing.
It's just punishment mode.
Okay, awesome. So, what are we going over today, or what do you want to talk about?
Um, a lot of it was going to be like just edge guarding Fox and like setting up for kills and stuff.
Okay.
Um, But at the start, I was probably going to ask you about just mental full time job, what to do when I'm not feeling like it, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, we
Because
can. We can.
recently,
Yeah, go for it.
cheers.
I was just gonna say we can go in like whatever order or whatever you'd like. That was it.
Yeah, no worries. I'd say because I don't know. Recently, it just feels like I've never had time to actually play, and then when I have had time, I've just been so gassed that I can't. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's just really hard to kind of sit down, grind, and you know, work out the kinks of my gameplay and stuff, and try to really improve when life's getting in the way, sort of thing. Because I've just recently actually bought property, so I'm gonna move in there soon.
I
I'm
see.
hoping that'll kind of I'll settle in and be able to like just get into a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Because up to that, it's just been I was looking for a new job. I was talking to a team about a sponsorship possibility. I was looking for the house. I got a new dog, which wasn't really planned, but that's fine. And it's just been constant noise sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know what your opinions were because you
Yeah,
seem
I
like you're
mean,
with it.
I think when you don't have as much time to play the game, like basically you think of it as like how many new things can someone implement per week. And obviously, like the more time you have, the more things you can implement.
Right?
Um, that's just like math. But
Yeah,
like if you have a very little amount of time or energy to play the game per week, the best thing to do is to just focus on implementing like one or two things a week that will objectively improve your gameplay. So, like, just finding some weakness in your gameplay, something that you're not good at, some combo you don't hit, some edgeguard you don't hit, some sort of movement that you never used to do, and you just make sure that, like, by the end of that week, that you now have that new additional thing or that fixed piece of your gameplay that is, like, objectively better. And as
yeah,
long as you can figure out ways to keep climbing, you'll continue getting better, even if it's not quite as fast as if you're just degenning it.
yeah,
So but the problem I think is a lot of times people will, um, to no fault of their own, be like basically like, oh, I only have half an hour a day or something like that, and so I don't really have time to really work on a ton of stuff. So I'm basically just gonna play on ranked for 30 minutes a day and then call it. And
and that just
that's
feels terrible.
that's fine for like fun, but like nobody's ever
Yeah,
gonna get any better like that. And so it's kind of like the less time you have, the more focused you need to be on that small amount of time being practiced that will like improve your gameplay in the long term.
so just like boil it down to like eking out um like 30 minutes of like super focused stuff so you can actually add to your game. Like
Yeah,
even if it
like
makes
like
you worse, you get
like
extra tools.
yeah, like watch a VOD and you're like, oh, like I keep messing this up. And so for one of the days of that week, you just spend tech skill practicing that thing that you messed up or that edge
Yeah.
guard or whatever. And it'll just sort of be like, okay, I'm not making the fastest progress ever, but like once I learn this, at the very least, I won't miss X edge guard or whatever combo or whatever spacing or whatever like that. And so you just have to find things that, because it's like, you know, you want to try to fix the things that are most important, and you want to find like the biggest weakness, the biggest thing that's standing out to fix, but it's not always immediately obvious. And like, if you're just spending a ton of time and you can fix like 3 things per day instead of like, you know, 2 per week, then like you can kind of throw a lot more darts at the dartboard, and then you kind of sometimes like, aha, that was like a crucial thing that was like a breaking point, you know, and now that I do that, now I'm just beating all these better players. It's a lot
more chances.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to kind of get lucky and find those when you're, you know, adding in a lot more things. So you don't, it's just, there's no way to match, you know, having a ton more time, but as long as you're just making sure to like continue doing those improvements, you'll experience the exact same improvement as, you know, someone who's really good at improving and doing it every single day for 4 hours, just a little slower. And it's, you know, and that's totally fine for like periods of time.
Yeah, because, you know, the goal is that it won't keep that way, right? So.
Yes, but the thing you super don't want to do is do any form of mindless practice. Because if you're only playing 30 minutes a day, like if you're playing 5 hours a day and half an hour of that is mindless practice, who cares?
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But when it's your only practice, you'll get so many bad habits if you allow yourself to like basically play mindless like at all.
Yeah, okay. Okay, no, that's fair. Okay, cool. No, I'm happy about that because I listened to your VOD with Polish and it just seemed like they were kind of like doing something similar where they kind of just felt a bit like murky with what they wanted to actually do. And it was just interesting to think about.
Yeah, no, I think that was a really good discussion with them.
Yeah, was a fan of that. Okay, cool. Now we can get on to gameplay. It's fine. All right. Do you want me to just send you the games?
Yeah, you can just send me the Slippy files in the Discord. Just drag and drop them.
So really what I'm focused on is like edge guarding, killing the Fox. I saw you versus SFAT at Smash World Tour and also Mango at Wave Dash, and it just seems like you got a very like decisive way of edge guarding / like ending a stop. And I just wanted to like poke your brain about it, see what you thought about mine.
All right.
Just any of those.
Yeah, I'll just start at the beginning and go through.
Yeah, awesome. These were from the local.
Okay.
It was grand finals. In winners, I lost 3-0, and then I won game 10. And
you won game 10? Let's go. The champion. And he's working a job.
Okay. This box doesn't really like do the things that like a lot of side Bs into ledge like a lot, and he's definitely the person that I would say does it more, and I get hit more.
Okay.
But I played Goody much recently, so I thought I'll send this.
Yeah. So the first thing to sort of accept is that if Fox is recovering from like a fairly close range, you do ultimately have some form of like a 50-50 to play.
Yeah, it's a gamble. I was going to ask that.
Huh?
It's a gamble?
Yeah, so you're always going to end up on some form of a gamble when Fox is close to the stage. Because he just has too many quick options to get back. With like shortens versus like up Bs at like good spots and stuff like that. A lot of times you're going to end up with that gamble when it super depends on the situation. And then there are other situations where Fox is maybe far enough away and it's like, okay, if I hit my lasers, I have a guaranteed edge guard here.
Okay.
And so when he's close and you for sure have a mix-up, you have to just kind of keep in mind that like there is no guarantee and to kind of play neutral. And so a lot of edge guarding Fox when he's kind of close to the stage is going to be like reads and conditioning and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. And just when he is close, I kind of want to edge guard in a way where like it might be 50-50, but I also don't die if I miss it.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get reversaled for sure.
Because I get reversaled so much.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, this laser's fine, this laser's fine, and you get the forward tilt. And so, like, see, like, this wasn't guaranteed, you know? But it was, like, a good edge guard. Like, you basically just won, like, a really heavily advantaged neutral game, which is great.
Okay.
So, and, yeah, so this is a totally good edge guard.
I think I
this
didn't
this
realize
was
how low
honestly
it was.
fine, too, because it covers both this and this one. You just timed it slightly wrong, it seems like.
Okay.
He was a little bit far from the edge, which makes the forward smash kind of tough. Sometimes if the fox is in a spot, I don't know. A lot of times I try to down air here as Falco from edge, but I end up in this like 50-50 kind of why the forward smash missed, where he can kind of go up like this steep angle or like straight up, you know?
Straight up.
And like probably the best thing to do is just like refresh at the edge and then like shine back air or something like that.
Yeah.
Or just refresh and back air. So
yeah, I need to I know I don't refresh enough. I really struggle with it actually. I
see.
I get a bit panicky.
Okay. So one thing that you can keep in mind is that like it's like you're not going to get hit the moment that Fox's up B starts moving. Cuz that's sort of how a lot of people think of it subconsciously, I think, is that like you need to refresh before Fox chooses his angle. But a lot of times when he's down like this far, if you refresh right now, look how much time it takes before he actually gets to you. Like, it takes a really long time. So you can basically, what I usually tell people is just react to Fox starting his up B. So and then just refresh, and it works super well, even if you're a little late, because it takes him so long to actually get to you.
Because something I actually do kind of have is when they're up B like low but close, I'll usually get those back airs. So I am reacting to up B. It's just sometimes I don't really know what's going
on. Okay. Do you think it comes up in any of these games at all that we can look at, or?
We'll see.
Okay.
I believe so. There's a lot of dropped edge guards, so.
So I know I'm just focusing on the edge guards here. But in terms of like neutral, you need to be shooting like way more lasers, like a huge amount more lasers. And I would say like watch my laser video, my double laser video. Have you seen that? Yeah. I think So I'm just gonna ignore it for the most part, and we'll focus on the edge guards. But the lasers need to be like a lot.
If there's anything you see in neutral, definitely tell me.
Okay, I'll go. Let's just go through the edge guards, and then we'll kind of go back to that. Because the lasers are a big deal in... so this happens. This isn't like a failed edge guard. This is fine. Like, it's because he's close. You see how he's so close to the stage? There's no way for you to cover, like, fast fall, shorten, double jump, fast fall, shorten, up B at this spot, you know, like, double jump,
there's
maybe
so
air
tools.
dodge. Like, he has so much stuff. Double jump, side B cancel. And if, you know, they had spaced this right, they would have just gotten away. But they didn't, so you're like, alright, fine, I'll just keep comboing you. Okay, this is a crucial point, is that when you hit somebody with like a back air here, don't take these lasers. Because you're gonna hit them before they like completely finish moving away.
Okay,
and this is
that would have been a refresh.
This is just an issue of refreshing right here. Actually, you don't even need to refresh, because you just need to grab edge a little later. So like... So, like, you hit this, and then he goes down. Even if you grab edge right here, I think you can just drop back air and just make sure you back air, like, a little lower. A lot of it is just getting really comfortable with your invincibility. So I think, like... Have you ever looked at, like, how long the invincibility is from the ledge? Like, have you ever, like, really spent time kind of getting to, like... getting to feel it out. So like when you grab the edge, there's like 3 blinks of the character, and on like the second and a half blink it runs out. So it's like 1, 2, and then 3, and then it runs out like right here. And so it's like you gotta just get used to like, okay, so like I grabbed edge here, how much time do I have before my invincibility runs out now, and like be able to try to hit Fox before it runs out, or just refresh. Or if you can't get that, or if you can't get either, you know, try to hit him with your hitbox, like maybe shine turnaround down air. is pretty good here
Yeah.
if you feel like the timing is off. Or you can go on stage and try to get an edge guard. So you have a lot of options here. But the main thing I'm seeing is that you're not comfortable. Like, you'll grab edge and you're like, oh, I kind of grabbed edge and it's too late to refresh, but also it's too early so that, like, my invincibility's running out. And it's this kind of, like, awkward, like, tug back and forth of, like... And it's like, the reality is that you're, like, huge chilling here. Like, you can actually just win this situation with almost any timing as long as you just do it confidently.
Yeah, so I'm just copping out a bit.
Yeah, it just seems like you're just a little bit like, oh, it's not the right timing or whatever. And it's like, as long as you sort of like, it's one of those things where it's kind of like a resource management, where like the invincibility is like a resource that you're managing, and then like when you re-grab edge, it's kind of, you know, like you're like reloading or something like that. And like once you just get good at kind of making sure you have some invincibility resource when they get to you,
it just becomes 100-0, right?
It just becomes you're like, I don't even think about it when Fox is off stage. I'm just always invincible when they're up being at me. Like, it becomes second nature.
Yeah, okay.
And then it's just always invincible when you're edge guarding, and that's a lot easier. Okay, I like the wave dash away, wave shine away. Yeah, dude. And your neutral game,
lasers, yeah.
The lasers is like the biggest thing. If you started,
I used to be known as like a laser spammer. So
if you started lasering more in neutral, you would literally be like twice as good.
Okay.
Like, probably more. Like, twice as like conservative. Because, like, basically the way you're playing Falco against Fox right now,
it's bad Fox.
It's about 65-35 maybe, or worse for Falco, like for Fox's favor. The lasers and like the constant laser spam is the only thing that makes this matchup even. If you try to play Fox as like if you because Fox has lasers, but Fox is kind of like, let's forget about those and I'll fight, you know. And if you're like, yeah, let's forget about lasers and fight, you need to be like so much better than them to win. It's like not even funny.
Because I'm just playing like a slower version of Fox, right?
Yeah, like if you're just like body versus body, hitboxes versus hitboxes, like Fox will mess you up.
Yeah,
like he's literally faster in every way, and he can kill off of any knockdown. Like Fox kills off of more chaotic situations a lot more than Falco does. Like Falco can get reversals, but they're very specific. Like, aha, I'll SDI out here and shine, or I'll CC in this and shine, you know, or whatever. But like Fox is like, I accidentally full hop nair instead of short hop nair, that knocked him down, and then I just tech chased and killed him, you know? So, like, that makes it so that you engaging in, like, jumping around, throwing out moves, and Fox is jumping around, throwing out moves, you're just going to lose, like, every time.
Yeah, okay.
The lasers are kind of, like... I always talk about it like the lasers are, like, a second character, where Falco has two characters, and, like, Falco... and Falco is like an A-tier character, and then he just sends this like invincible laser character to fight you, and it deals a bunch of damage to you, and like you can whiff, and you know Falco can bait you with just lasers, and then you whiff, and then he can hit you. So it's like the lasers are kind of, you know, your main tool. It's like you're playing like a sniper character without the gun. it's like okay, like there might be a more effect, you know, you're like, yeah, I just like to get in there and, you know, just give them these hands, and it's like,
throw away the gun.
Bro, you're the sniper character. Like, you have a role to play. Okay, but let's just go through and figure out Slippy.
Yeah, so I suck on CRT. It takes me like an hour and a half to warm up.
That's fine.
It's terrible.
It's basically, I don't even know how to like describe it. It's kind of just like a conditioning thing. Like you clearly just spend most of your time on like Slippy, right?
Because
so like for me, it's kind of like if I spend half of my time on Slippy and half on CRT, then I don't. Usually, I'll sort of have a CRT preference, But basically, like, anytime I go, like, a month where I just, like, even after all these CRT tournaments that I'm constantly going to, you know, like,
Yep.
and playing people on CRT all the time, if I go, like, a month of Dolphin only, I'll go to CRT and I can't ledge dash, and I get stuck in Shine, and
Yeah.
I try to drop through laser, and I just laser on the side plat and stuff like that. Like, so, like, that's not really, it's not super relevant. Like, just force yourself to get the warm-up when you go to an in-person event, and
Okay.
that's all you can really do. It's just sort of dependent on, especially, like, when you don't get a lot of playtime. You know, because if you're like, oh, I played, 20 hours this week on CRT, and that was like a quarter of my playtime, that it's like, okay, yeah, I think, you'll be fine going back and forth. But if you don't have a lot of playtime, it's just a natural consequence of them having super slightly different polling and stuff like that. You want to focus on, like, building up, your knowledge of situations and stuff like that more
The textual will come later.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Okay, this laser is a little risky. I sometimes will still do it. I think so. This height that you did the lasers is actually the least risky possible laser because it just, like, doesn't let his side B reversal you. You just have to be really careful when people are kind of at this range. They go for, like, a lot of, like, side B reversals here, and it'll chop you out of your laser.
My startup. Okay.
So it's kind of like when somebody is here. Let me get it. This one. So the main edge guard I use on Fox, and this is like my #1 most used edge guard, is I do run off the stage, double jump, double laser. That is like my #1. I do that like 99% of all edge guard situations. And then I'll change the height of the lasers based on their positioning and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so what you can do is you can just mix that up with, like, you're like, I'm getting, cause I feel like this laser wasn't really to catch the up B, because the thing is, like, let's say if he up B's here and this laser catches his up B right here, he can just drop side B to edge, and you're not going for laser grab edge here.
Yeah, okay.
You just went for the forward tilt, which would catch him if he didn't shorten. And so this is like an okay edge guard, is what I'm saying. It's fine.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say what I would have probably done here is I would have probably not given up so much distance right here. Like, right after you get this, I would have just gone straight to the ledge after you hit this one. Like, instead of going over here, I would have just ran straight to the ledge. And I would have done this thing where I just probably double jump down air here. Just because it has a huge reward if it hits, and you're basically never going to get reversal. And you said this Fox seems, the more, like, side B heavy a Fox seems, the more you want to do the runoff double jump down air. And,
yeah, because it covers yourself, right?
And it's sort of like the Fox. Like, I don't know if you've ever played Fox against Falco, but, like, if you side B one time and Falco downers it,
oh, you're not doing it again.
You're like, I'm never, especially when you're at like 50 or something, you're just like, I'm up being for the rest of my life, you know? And so, like,
terrible.
It's sort of this feeling where you're like, he up B's, and when he does the up B, it gives him a lot more, like, if you do the side B, you just let it rip, and Falco lets the down air rip, you die. But if you do the up B and you get lasered, maybe you up B again, or you SDI the laser, or you try to fast fall and shorten. So you have, like, additional attempts. And so, from the Fox's end, using the up B is, like, a little bit less committal. You know, because they because if in the best case, you just let them up B to ledge, and in the worst case, you laser them, and they get to kind of recover again. And so, like, it's kind of in their interest to up B more often than side B. And so you kind of just need to keep this gauge on them of, like, okay, are they, like, I'm just going to pretend they're going to up B all the time. Not really, like, ignoring the side B, but, like, I kind of just assume that most people will up B until I get this vibe that, like, okay, they're side Bing, and then you can kind of just kill them off of it a couple times, and then they'll usually, like, you know, sulk back to the solid up B, and then you can kind of just do your normal, like, edge guards again.
Okay, okay.
But when he's at this sort of range, there is an up B side B mix up, and it's like the highest priority you have is to not get hit by side B. Like it would be better because you think about it, like Fox edge guards Fox in this spot all the time, and he doesn't have lasers, and so it's like you can always just go to edge and do like a Fox edge guard. Because Fox has like a 50-50 edge guard on Fox pretty much, And if you're grabbing edge here, you can react to this side B and back air it.
Yeah.
Okay. So when Fox is kind of close, just respect it is a mix-up. You want to look really carefully, try to react to his side B. If you're like here and he side Bs, just make sure to shield it. Like if I'm here and he side Bs, I'll just shield, and then if they get the shorten to edge, good on them. Like I just lost the mix.
I still have center stage, yeah.
But I'm totally fine. I'll just laser from center. And so, you sort of start to add up all these things where you're like, you never get reversaled. Sometimes when Fox side Bs, you just kill him for it. A lot of times when he up Bs, you can kill him for it, or at least like make his life harder.
Yeah.
It's basically just a super advantageous neutral position. And then this was good. Let's see here. Okay, so right here...
So I should go back down and back air him there.
You can just back air him before he ever makes like a decision there.
Like, I was like, the Shine's just trolling there, but it's okay.
Like, I wouldn't even grab edge. I would just wave land.
Yeah, you just go straight down.
Back air, Mostly just because of the timing. I would normally grab edge here, but I'm just like, honestly,
like, I'm annoyed because usually I do actually hit those. So
okay, that's fine.
It's pretty annoying.
I get it because there's some days where I do that back air every time, and then some days where I don't, and I don't really know why. So it just happens. Okay. And yeah, that's Fox. Sheesh. I hate Fox. That is ridiculous. He did nothing. Just drill, jab, I guess. Up air, up tilt, okay.
Up tilt.
Up tilt again. Running shine, And it's like, dude, Fox is so dumb. And this is why we keep him out with the lasers all day. Because any sort of fun having from the Fox end is just a recipe for disaster.
So just no shame.
No, it's not even a shame. Like, they should feel ashamed for playing Fox. Yeah. Like, you're the one. Like, I describe Fox versus Falco as Superman versus Batman, where Fox is just this clearly advantage. He's just super fast. He's super strong. He can fly. He can full hop nair. And then Falco is like Batman. It's like he's only winning because he gets the secret kryptonite knife at the perfect moment, like with a like trap door and like a drawstring or something. Like he has all these like secret things that he has to do to like kill Fox, and then Fox is just like, I'm Superman, laser eyes, and like that's a big problem you have to solve. So it's like you don't feel bad about like fighting dirty in a matchup where like you're fighting Superman as Batman. Like you have to be the sneaky laser spammer if you're ever gonna beat this character.
Yeah, okay. I full on have like months at a time where I'm molding about Fox, so it makes sense.
And so this is the type of spot where I like to do the run off double laser.
Double lasers?
Yeah, okay. Run off, double jump, double laser. And you can get side beat out of it. That's the thing, is like you will still get reversaled sometimes, but like they don't really want to side beat because they're just gonna get down aired and be a stock down, and then Falco's gonna laser and run away, and they'll lose the game.
Okay.
Okay, you're lasing a little bit better this game. That's good. Okay, let's look for these edge guards. If they drop low here to grab ledge, you can just run off. You can run off shine.
Okay.
Like run off shine right here. There's counterplay where they can double jump and then perfectly read you and shine right here and shine you run off. Yeah, but like they're never gonna do that ever. Even people who even people who figure it out will do it like once Just
Okay.
because there's so many other times where you're at the edge and you're not even thinking about grabbing the edge, and then they double
Yeah.
jump shine, and you're like, okay, lol, like die. You need to just kill them.
Yeah.
So like, it
Maybe.
doesn't feel good from the Fox end to gamble it, but it's just a possibility. But I really like the runoff shine here.
Could I run off like Nair as well? Yeah.
Run off Nair.
Yeah, double jump to like scoop them, kind of.
Nah.
Because I do it versus Falcon, so I was just wondering.
You can, but it takes so much longer. Like, it takes
Yeah,
too long to run off the stage and double jump Nair. Okay,
This
so
shot's
first,
just instant.
of all, if you're gonna run off the stage and double jump Nair, you should be running off stage and double jump down air.
Yeah.
Like, that much is obvious. And so, like, but the thing is, normally it takes too long. So, like, the whole reason with the shine is that, like, that's so good is because of how fast it is. And
Instant,
so,
okay.
what I like to do is I really like to execution test Fox's double jump to edge, like, a lot. So, like, when Fox is off stage, I do the lowest laser I can, and I do low forward tilt. And I do that, like, 3 times in a row. And what it'll do is every Fox will get this. Not every Fox. They'll either die or, but whatever. Basically, at some point, they realize that they can't be double jumping into this. So they start double jump sweet spotting. And I'll normally just let them get away with it a couple times. And every time they get it, I'll just go back to center and play my advantage situation, with them in the corner. And then, like, the third or fourth time when they kind of get, like, this is my safe recovery, because in their head, they're not like, this is this predictable recovery I keep doing. They're like, I'm expertly dodging the low forward tilt again and again, So, like, from their end, they're thinking about this forward tilt that they're dodging by double jumping low. And you can just react to them going super low a lot of times, and then just run off and shine, and then, like, double jump, wave land onto stage, and then kill them.
Well, yeah, because if you're shining there, they're not DIing out.
It's kind of like the side B thing where you sort of like he can get away with stuff a lot, but as long as he doesn't reversal you, you eventually can be like, okay, now I just read that greedy option and now you're dead.
Okay.
So much of this matchup is based on that. Like, this is the same way I deal with like Fox full hop Nair. A lot of Falcos have trouble with Fox full hop Nair.
Yeah.
And what I do is, every time Fox full hop Nairs at me, I literally just roll out of the way. And I just do that over and over and over, and I never get to punish Fox for full hop Nair, pretty much, like, ever. And a lot of other Falcos will be a little bit more aggressive, they'll try to up-tilt it more and stuff like that. And they do get more openings, but they also get opened up more. And so what I'll do is I'll just roll every time, and then, like, the 10th time, Fox is, like, starting to get really confident that these full hop Nairs work. No matter how hard they're thinking about it, subconsciously, they're like, every full hop Nair I do, it just forces a roll. Like, I can just do it whenever I want. And they can't help but think this, because you've continuously given them, like, quote, good results, even though they're, like,
feedback,
even results. And then they start doing really bad Nairs, like full hop Nairs, and then you punish it. And so it's kind of like that,
you
where
prefer
you're...
to go for the setup.
Yeah, like what I do, I try to like, as long as nothing bad happens to me, I'm kind of down to like let Fox get away with stuff and then kind of lull him in, like condition him into doing it and then kill him for it.
Okay.
And then obviously take as many guaranteed situations as you can. And Falco definitely wins neutral in this matchup with like lasers. So like it kind of works out. Okay, nice ledge dash shine. And this is where you do run off double jump double laser. Right here. So you hit this, run off, double jump, drop low, double laser.
So it's just something I don't have yet. Okay.
If you actually, so this is a little bit over precise maybe for this lesson, but basically if you do a double jump frame one laser as low as you can, like if you just do a really precise low laser out of the double jump, the laser will actually come out at side B height and hit side B sweet spot. Yeah. And so it's like, obviously you're not going to get that every single time, but it's just the idea that, like, yeah, these lasers can cover theoretically like any recovery pretty much. Okay. And so just think of it as like, yeah, you could get reversaled, but a lot of times the more you do this run off double jump laser, you'll sort of realize how much you can play out of it. Like, I guess, like, there's a lot of spots where I'll run off and I'll do my double jump double laser, and the fox will side B to try to hit me on the way down. But I'll kind of realize as I'm shooting the first laser that that I look very, like, side B-able. So then I won't fast fall the second laser, and they'll go underneath me, and then I just land and punish them. Like, stuff like that. Like, there's ways to kind of... Or sometimes I fast fall early. Like, they're clearly waiting for this second laser, and I'll do, like, the first laser, and then fast fall before the second one comes out, and then shield the side B, and then kill them.
Okay.
So you can keep playing, and it's just this really, really strong position. And obviously, the more they do this side B, you're just like, one of these days... I'm going to downer you at 35 and be up 4 stocks to 2,
and
you know?
win. Yeah,
and just literally end the game. Like, but once Fox gets to the edge, it's game over. Do not, and even this dash away, Fox, so this dash away, you literally lost the situation. It's kind of sad. But, like, if you dashed away here like you did, and Fox ledge dash up smashes, you die.
Yeah,
like, you get hit for sure. When you're close to the edge and Fox grabs it, your options are dash roll or dash full hop away. If you do anything beside those options, it's either disrespectful or, like, bad.
Yeah, okay.
Fox's ledge dash is OP. Once he gets the ledge, it's like, fine, okay, I'll back off.
I'll just
back off. Yeah, literally, I go to, like, actual center stage. Like, I don't even really super pressure Fox's, like, getting off the ledge, because he can literally, like... So, you know in the laser video where I talk about the running power shield thing?
Yeah.
Fox can ledge dash running power shield. Like, he can get 13 Galint easy. And you only need 13 frames to running power shield. So he can just ledge dash, dash power shield, running power shield, like, ledge dash, full hop. He has so many options, and it's just better to be like, okay, you got the ledge. Obviously, ledge dash is like a little bit of an execution test, you know? Like, he could still die out of it. So you're like, okay, it's fine, as long as I don't get hit out of it. And so much of this matchup is just like, Falco wins Falco does well in the situations that he can make Fox play only a few situations. And in those situations, he goes even or maybe sometimes better with Fox.
Okay.
And if you
but
play
then in other situations,
and if you
demolishes.
And if you play outside of those situations, you just get obliterated. It's very, like, it's not super fragile. Like, you actually have a decent... If you use lasers, it's kind of hard for Fox to approach Falco in general. So it's not like you're just, threading the needle constantly. But you do need to focus on, like, is this one of the situations that I play every day hundreds of times? If no, don't do it. Just roll out of the way, full hop out of the way, or whatever. You're not going to win in chaos against this character. He's too fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this is a tough one, right here. I think
that laser F tilt would have worked there, right?
Yeah. So this is a really tough spot where he. No, I actually agree. I think the F tilt was working there. I almost felt like because sometimes there's a spot you have to watch out for where Fox has a mix-up between double jump to ledge and double jump down air.
Jump high.
And you don't want to get hit by the double jump down air. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll do something where I do, like, dash dance shield to get ready to do, like, a short hop back air on their double jump down air. And then
so you just call it out.
And then when they go down a little further, I'll try to short hop, reverse low laser, low forward tilt or something like that. So there's kind of ways to cover it. But, like, if you get this situation and Fox double jumps back to edge, like right here, I don't consider this a missed edge guard.
Okay.
Let's see. Alright, so this is going to have nothing to do with the rest of the lesson, but I want to show you... almost pulled out my headphone. It's like, let me grab my controller. It's in my backpack from last night.
Yep.
So, okay, so here's one thing I want you to do, and I think this will help you a lot outside of the edge guard thing, because we kind of went over, like, the basic flow chart is like the double jump, run off, double jump, double laser. Like, that's the most important move, and what I really want you to do is just get, like, hundreds of experiences edge guarding with run off, double jump, double laser. But, okay, so let me... let's see. Okay, so really quick, here's the double jump, double laser. It's kind of cool because what I'll do is I'll run off, and then I'll sort of read, like, 2 recoveries. So, so what I'll do is, like, I'll hit Fox off, and then I'll be like, okay, so this laser up here to hit the high double jump, and then this one to hit, like, the low, like the side B reversal timing or something like that. So I'll do like that, or I'll do like, okay, I want to hit the first laser on the low side B, so I'll do something like that. And then let me show you, let me see if I can show you like the one that actually is like that one. I messed it up, but yeah. But it definitely, if you do it perfectly, can hit like the side B, and yeah, and so it's like you're not really gonna get that side B. Usually, you get the ones that are kind of like this, you know, like that. Yeah, you'll hit those with like these low lasers a lot of times, and so like I'll do these, and I'll just sort of like try to read. I usually do. My favorite thing to do is when I hit Fox off, I'll do one at the high double jump and then one right below it, and so it'll kind of look like oops. Okay, wait, let's just say towards. Oh, this is Smash GI. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So I hit him. Oh, I guess it's not like the full CPU here. Okay, let me go to training mode. And then I think, let's see, put him at 60. Oops. Okay. I guess I'll probably only be able to do it once. There's no save state here. But basically... Wait, can I do it in the combo trainer? Maybe that'll work. No, because that resets too. Darn it. Okay, but basically, yeah, you hit him off, and then you want to cover the buffered double jump. That's like the most common one.
The instant
like,
double jump.
Yeah, you hit him off, and the instant double jump, and you hit this high one here, and then I kind of chase them down. So, like, if I hit this high one, and then I'm like, if you fell out of the high one, you'll fall into this low one, and so I'll hit like bam, bam, and then this or something like that.
Then grab ledge. Okay.
Yeah, or like I'll get like this forward. Oops, this forward tilt or grab edge. Grab edge is probably the best one where you just like pew pew, bam. You know.
Yeah.
I get that constantly. And then sometimes I'll get this where I do run off. Like a lot of times they'll be like here, and then I'll do like a thing where I do run off, and then instead of doing this one, which they want a reversal on the way down, like they want to get me right before this second laser comes out, like right here. Then I'll do this, and then I'll just cover them. Like I'll just jump up and go. Like that.
Okay, you go over them
to sort of like be like, okay, you're not gonna get me, and then you know a lot of times you just run off and do this, and it's so good to just. It's just really funny because you do like this and then do this a lot of times. Like you hit this, so you'll hit like high, and then they drop into the second one. Like that, and then you do run off, and you can catch the side B. So it's like you have this, and you can just kind of mix this up in various ways, and just kind of catch most... It's like the way I basically play neutral. And then I combine it with, you know, grabbing edge. And there's a lot that you can do there. Fox can't really deal with it.
I saw you use a few shine turnaround, like side Bs. I just wanted to know, like, what makes you go for them?
To go
like
for
run
which
off
shine?
Run off shine.
The up B?
The back airs.
Oh, this. Oh, I
Yeah,
do this
that.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just basically you get to grab edge without like the weird delay, and it also puts you in like a better position to get the back air. Like Fox's back air is like reactable, so a lot of times I'll do like this, and then I'll just get the reaction. Yeah, my bad for not mentioning that. I do that. I do that like a lot. Against Falco, you don't want to do that. You don't even want to do this whole edge guard against Falco, so we won't get into it. Against Falco, you just do
Falco
this.
side B
You just do that. I just do like this against Falco, and I'll do like like Falco's recovery is stupid and impossible to edge guard, but
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, no, a lot of times I get these, and then maybe that if he goes too low. Like if they drop too low, I'll hit that.
Yeah, you can just grab ledge, yeah.
And then otherwise, so sometimes I do this where I run off to get this, like they're here or whatever, they're like over here, right? And they get this like double jump, and then they're gonna do this, right? And so so I'll do something where I do like run off, and I'm waiting for them to do this side B here, but then instead of the side B, they do something like this, right? And I'm stuck on the edge, and I don't want to be in this spot where I have like this 50-50 that Fox has between like up B to ledge and then like the high up B, right? And so like this will usually only cover those, but Falco has a sick solution to that where you drop and you do this to hit the up B, and you get the same situation that you would get. You get it again. Like you get that whole thing, just like like if you did, you know, this. You get, you're already on ledge, and you just go bam, 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 and you get it again. And it's like if you do it, you go like this, and then they up B again. You just,
Yeah, you just keep doing stuff.
Yeah, you just kind of keep getting it. Okay, so the other thing I want to go over really quick is your lasers. So I need you to get like really comfortable with retreating and approaching laser. It seems like you're not super comfortable moving with your lasers, but it needs to be like an entire character. Like lasering and moving with your lasers is like an entire... It's hard to describe it. It's like over half of Falco.
Yeah, okay.
Is just being able to do the lasers. So the one I want you to keep in mind is these. I need to see you practicing these.
Okay.
And the reason is basically that if you think about it, so the double laser is this super strong thing from about here. You have this. But then what happens, you know, if Fox runs in at you immediately? You can't keep this up. But if you get this, oh, you get another one. And then maybe you get this into another double laser, into another double laser here. And so, like, dude, let me just show you... I think I have some good games from a day or two ago against Kalindi that I think would be really useful here.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So there's definitely plenty of mistakes in this match, you know. So don't don't take too much from it. And there's like there's a couple times where we definitely could have died, but I want you to see what a real Fox Falco stock looks like. Like, people don't want to admit what this matchup really is. But okay, so first of all, look at how long the last stock is of this VOD.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's like a 2-minute stock. And so I'm just gonna go through it. And so there's a lot of full hopping away and a lot of like avoidance stuff. And obviously we're just playing friendly, so there's a bunch of greed and stuff too. But once we both start to decide that we really want to win at the end, and then there's like a stupid amount of lasers.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, okay, kind of, yeah, well, let me build a little bit of percent here, and then I think we both start getting to a higher percent, and then it goes into like total safety mode.
Yeah.
which is the thing I think you need to practice the most.
Okay.
Hopefully this is the right game.
Yeah, I think one of my habits is that I kind of get panicky and just throw out hitboxes and stuff, and it just forces the issue.
Okay, so let's see. Man, okay, this is not what I was hoping. I think I might have picked the wrong one. Let's see if I start lasering here. I know there's like a sequence at the end of here where like, yeah, where I start lasering a lot more. Oops, messed up. This is not the game I wanted. Well, yeah, I do that a lot. I do this a lot against Fox. Like that type of thing with like the lasers and the full hopping. Let me get an FD game maybe. I think he said that the Dreamland game he felt like was good. Okay, let me try an FT game. Just trying to find an example of how I'm using the lasers. Yeah. So like right here, this is perfect. So I'm like, I shoot my lasers, and I'm not gonna let them hit me, and I just back away. Lasers, and this is that like retreating laser, approaching laser stuff is crazy good. And so
the approach from that retreating,
and the part of the reason why it's so broken is if you think about it, you know, like approaching laser hits quicker than double laser in place because like you're approaching before the laser comes out, so there's like it's quicker. So approaching laser is like extra strong because there's less of a gap between it. It's just more risky a lot of times because you can get hit. And retreating laser is nice because it gets out a laser for free. So a lot of times this retreating laser, approaching laser creates like a dynamic where you're like, I'm shooting a totally safe laser, and now I'm shooting like an extra strong approaching laser afterward. And then it's like, am I going to repeat that? No, it's like I'm just going to move away and then get this safe laser into the approaching laser. And these these shield stops you're seeing are me trying to power shield back his power shield. Which I also think is very good. Okay, ignore that. Just want to find a couple more good laser situations.
Yeah, I've been thinking that power shielded lasers is actually insane, though.
What about the lasers? Sorry.
Power shielded lasers is actually.
Oh yeah, it's very good. At least against Fox. So yeah, it's like the lasers, the dash dance, and just sort of staying really mobile with the lasers, and just the fact that they're kind of like a constant thing. And so so look at how I'm using like laser, and then I do this approaching laser a little bit, but it's still kind of safe. And then I avoid his potential full hops, laser again. I try to avoid his full hops still, laser. I'm kind of baiting him still, laser, dash away, laser, try to go for the power shield, laser again, laser, and then I get this laser grab, and it's like, like that's Falco. Like that's Falco is like lasers like 70 times into eventually, oh, there's the laser approaching laser type thing, or just approaching laser it looks like. But I'm using the lasers to get my opening. And this was bad. Like, this was me going for this on the side B, and then I didn't appropriately react to the up B with the double laser, which is what I'm supposed to do here. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just, because I'm late, I'll cover the ledge with my back air, and I just literally timed it wrong.
It's missed it,
And then, okay, I want to get back to these lasers again. Laser. Wow, he just super hard read me. That's what happens when you play too much with one person, right? Like they're just like, wait a minute, that's pattern 54, and you're like, no, it's not. And they're like, oh yes, it is. Like we played yesterday too. You're like, oh,
shit.
High percent, it gets kind of hard to edge guard. A lot of times getting Fox to high percent is not good for Falco. But okay, so look at this: lasers, approaching lasers, laser approaching laser, laser approaching laser, dash dance, retreating laser, and it's like that is literally Falco's neutral game against Fox. Playing it any other way is kind of losing. Like notice that I'm kind of getting in here and trying to hit him, and it's like, it just starts. It just feels bad for Falco to like be trying to scrap when, you know, Fox does 2 short hops before you do 1 type of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me see if I can get some more good laser situations in here. Okay, yeah, lasers, laser dash dance. Oh, nice approach on the power shield by him. Okay, let me just get this again. Get back to a nice laser spot. Okay, I found like a position that I thought was pretty good there. And yeah, so this is like the edge guard where like I go for the shine and I'm looking for the back air here. The best thing to do probably is like some sort of double jump back air here, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
But like anyway, I was too late and I got this and I got the option coverage, so I did win this, but I just messed it up on the back air.
Yeah, you still covered it, which was nice. Holy shit.
Okay, yeah, and then I have him kind of in the corner, so I'm... Yeah, and then this is that range where it's a mix-up. Where, like, I didn't have time to really get to ledge here. And I just was like, oh, if he up Bs, I'm just gonna grab edge and then double jump back here and kill him. But then he side B'd, so I'm like, whatever. And then I just get out of the way. Yep, and see how it's just kind of like a mix up here? Like he's so close that I'm like, oh, I'm going to ledge, just kidding, and then I get this back air. Yeah, and like that's just kind of how it is. But he got back this first time, but I didn't get reversal, you know, and then he comes the second time and I do win the neutral situation and then I just kill him.
Yeah, okay.
So lasers. Being a little aggro, but trying to be safe about it. Okay, got him in the corner. Okay, whatever. I mostly just wanted to look at those laser situations. Let's see, how much time do we have left? We have 5 minutes. Okay. I just want to go over this a little bit too and show you on like a platform stage. I think this game has a lot of lasers. So
yeah.
So it's kind of like a similar thing with the laser zoning type thing, and I'm kind of using the platforms to keep up the laser zoning. And it's a lot of this laser approaching laser stuff, but trying to be kind of safe about it. I try to build like 20 damage of lasers at the beginning of every stock. A lot of times it doesn't happen, but that's kind of like my goal is like, well, if they let me, I'll get 20 damages of lasers. And it's so funny that a lot of times I do hear the same thing from a lot of Falcos, like that you said, where like you're like, well, I used to spam a lot of lasers, and then everybody made fun of me, and now I don't, and now they all beat me, and now they think I'm cool, though, you know? Like, and it's kind of like...
Fun diverse, though.
And, okay, so here's, like, another spot where it's, like, Fox is kind of close to the edge, so I try to catch him up being here with these lasers, or double jumping, and then I shoot this low one to try to catch the side B, but it's not quite low enough, and he gets to shorten. And it's just, like, this doesn't mean, like, I really messed up, I just slightly misread him. Like... Getting him off stage when he's close off stage gives you a chance to kill him, not like a guaranteed kill. And yeah, ignore that.
Yeah.
I was definitely not edge guarding super well this session in general, so.
I think I did that in tournaments, so it's okay.
Okay, so let me get back to some lasers. Let me see if it's last stock. I know there's a big chunk of this game that takes forever. I feel like this part's taking forever.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay, this is really taking forever. This might be the perfect situation to showcase this. Okay. So, I'm lasering, getting my damage, not letting him hit me. Still not letting him... I'm doing my best to, like, not give him any avenues of attack. Like, that is my goal. To just literally be completely safe with lasers, and he's really good, so he finds ways in. But I try to like minimize the damage if he gets me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I go for dumb stuff, but I'm mostly going for these like laser stalemate type things where I get damage on him if I can, and then a lot of times if I don't like get anything out of it, that's fine because I got a little bit of laser damage. And there's a lot of platform movement trying to like not let him. Like, you want to keep moving. See how I'm, like, constantly moving all over the platforms? Yeah, you're making
it too hard to pin you down.
Exactly. Because if Fox kind of gets you in a specific area, it's really easy for him to, like, just do mix-ups and stuff on you. So I'm just constantly trying to, like, move around and never remain in the same position.
Yeah, okay. Just being stationary is just a death sentence, right?
So it's like, the more you can move while simultaneously staying safe with lasers, the better. Yeah, because, like, look at this. There was no chance he was ever going to hit me during this sequence.
Yeah.
Like, Falco is just too fast on these platforms. And it's like, okay, and then I'm getting lasers and playing this sort of super safe zoning game. And see, this looks really different from the kind of, like, jumping in, hitting style that you're currently playing. And... yeah, okay. It basically, playing that style just opens you up a lot to, like, chaos from, like, the Fox just sort of throwing out moves and then getting knockdowns and stuff on you. So it's like, I want you to think really hard about, or not think really hard, but I want you to, like, practice the retreating and approaching laser type thing a lot, and just generally, like, camping Fox with lasers. Like, I can't stress enough how important it is to be able to camp Fox.
Okay.
The biggest reason is if you're ahead. If you get a stock, like a lot of times Kalindi will say that like when I take the first stock, unless he can immediately get like the revenge stock, it feels like he just gets 3-stocked. And it's because it's like it's so difficult to like open up Falco who's comfortably like camping. that like it just doesn't make sense to ever approach if you have the lead, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
And even if
Yeah.
if you're even or behind, you can still take your good long time with your lasers.
Yeah, you got 8 minutes to play with, right?
Huh?
You got 8 minutes.
Yeah,
to
you
play
have
with.
8 minutes exactly. And every time you hit him, like every single one of these, like, oh, nothing happened lasers, you know. He's at 33 now, and then we just play neutral for a second, and you know he's now in the 40s.
Yeah.
Like already.
Yeah.
Like it's like I might as well have hit him with like an aerial at this point. 42. And you
also
know,
unstales your moves, hey.
exactly. That's true. It also unstales your moves. And so it's like, like now I've almost built the damage. Like I built the damage back to even, and I haven't taken any percent. And this is the true nature of Fox Falco. And you get a little opening there, you get a little read. And then, you know, Fox gets his chaotic knockdown, and that's all he needs, and he could have won right there, you know?
Yeah.
And I could just lose right here. I don't even remember who wins this game. But there's a lot of safe zoning with the lasers, and, like, a lot of baiting. On a lot less, like, hitting than I think people think.
Okay.
I think
nice.
he was probably pissed in the Discord. He was probably really angry at that. Okay, so we're about at an hour, but I think like sort of recognizing the different edgeguard situations as different variations of like runoff, double jump, double laser, and mixing in the double jump down air, and like also practice refreshing at ledge. And like I want you to like sit there and just actually like look at the invincibility timing for a little bit. Maybe an Uncle Punch turn on the invincibility and do like just do some like drills with that or something like that.
Get used to the actual timing of it.
Yeah, just get really used to it, and then also do, you know, maybe you could do like what's that thing, like the Armada Shine thing. Like let me pull it up really quick. Let me see.
Yeah, the Armada Shine training up.
Yeah, and just basically practice like refreshing and then just being invincible for it. So like, let me see. So yeah, hit him off. It's like, oh, like I'm invincible here. It's like, how about this? Can I refresh before he can get to me? You know, and just sort of practice that. Like, how about here? Can I refresh? No, but if you do it, like, just react to his up B, and then refresh, and then see, make sure you can get it. And it's like, oh, right there, I couldn't get it. But look, if I'm, you know, how long is my thing gonna actually last? And then when it runs out, can I just hit Fox out of this? You know, and just sort of practice those situations. And eventually you just get really good at being like, oh, here I can get the refresh. But then, like, here maybe I can't get the refresh, and I have to go for, or maybe here I'm more comfortable with that refresh because of the way he did it, you know? Like, or there's a spot where I can't get a refresh because he's too close. And so just sort of getting really comfortable with that and just doing that a ton of times, I think will help so much. And I think practicing those retreating, approaching lasers will help. And I think like going over like the double jump, double laser thing will help a lot.
Awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, just like focus on those and try to build them up in the small bit of time you have.
Yeah, no worries. I think once I've moved out, I'll settle in. I'll get more time, but that's for future me. So should be good. Thanks for the lesson. I think it's been really helpful.
It was good talking with you.
Yeah, you too.
I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Peace.
You too.